13 December 2020 Madhuban Avyakta Bab Dada Om Shanti Revise 18 March 1987 Murli's title Signs of a True Spiritual Lover. Today, the spiritual beloved has come to meet you souls, his spiritual lovers. It is only at this time in the whole cycle that the meetings of the spiritual beloved and the spiritual lovers take place. Babdada is pleased to see each and every soul who is his lover and has been attracted by spiritual attraction and has recognized his or her true beloved and attend him. Seeing you lovers who were lost, the beloved is also pleased that you have once again reached your correct destination. You would not be able to find any other beloved who could enable you to experience all attainments. Where does the spiritual beloved come in order to meet his spiritual lovers? Just as you lovers and the beloved are elevated, so he comes to meet you at an elevated place too. What is this place where you are celebrating a meeting? You can call this place by whatever name you want. Generally speaking, what are the best meeting places that are loved by all? A meeting takes place either in a flower garden or on the shore of an ocean, which you call the beach. So, where are you now sitting? You are sitting on the shore of the ocean of knowledge at the spiritual meeting place. It is a spiritual and godly garden. You have all seen the many other types of garden, but this is a garden where every flower is more in bloom than the others and each one is giving its own very beautiful fragrance. It is on this beach that Babdada, the beloved, comes to meet his lovers. You have seen those beaches of which there are many, but have you ever seen a beach where the different waves of love, power, and many other different waves of the ocean of knowledge constantly refreshes you? You like this place? Do you not? There is cleanliness and also enjoyment. There is also beauty. There are also just as many attainments. The beloved has created such a special place for the entertainment of you lovers that as soon as you arrive here within the line means boundary of love, you are liberated from many types of effort. You experience the greatest effort of natural remembrance to be very easy. What other efforts are you liberated from? You are liberated from your locking jobs. You are also liberated from cooking. You receive everything ready made. Do you not? You also experience remembrance to be natural. Your aprons will continue to become filled with the jewels of knowledge. You come to such a place where you are liberated from making effort and become absorbed in love. Generally, the special sign of love is that the two no longer remain two, but the two merge and became one. This is called merging. Devotees have taken the stage of becoming absorbed in loving as becoming merged or united. Those people do not understand the meaning of being lost in love. There is the stage of becoming merged in love, but they have taken that to mean that the identities of the souls are finished for all time. To become merged means to become equal. When you became lost in love while meeting the Father and the spiritual beloved, you experienced becoming equal to the Father, that is, merging with Him. Devotees have referred to this stage as becoming merged. You became absorbed and you became merged. However, this is to experience the stage of being lost in love whilst meeting Him. Do you understand? So Bab Dada is saying his lovers. A true lover means one who is a constant lover, a natural lover. You also know the specialities of those who are true lovers. Nevertheless, their main signs are: first sign, to experience all relationships with the one beloved according to their time. The beloved is just one, but you have all relationships with the one. Whatever relationship you want and whatever relationship you need at any particular time, you can experience that relationship by fulfilling the responsibility of love. So, the first sign is the experience of all relationships. Underline the word all, not just a relationship. There are also some mischievous lovers who believe that they have forged a relationship, but have all their relationships been forged with Him? Secondly, are you able to experience that relationship at a time of need? Is your relationship on the basis of knowledge or on the basis of the experience in your heart? Babdada is pleased with honest hearts. He is not pleased with those who just have sharp intellects, but the comforter of hearts is pleased with their heart. This is why only the heart and the comforter of hearts knows the experience of the heart. The heart, not the head, is the place of merging. The head is the place to merge knowledge, but the heart, not the head, is the place to merge your beloved. The place to merge knowledge is the head, but the place to merge the beloved is the heart. The beloved would only tell you things about his lovers, would he not? Some lovers use their head or lot, but when working with the heart, that labor of the head is held. Those who do service and have remembrance in their hearts don't have to work so hard and have greater contentment than those who do not have remembrance with love in their hearts. Those who simply remember and do service with their heads on the basis of knowledge have to work hard and are less content. Even if there is success, the contentment in their hearts would be less. They would continue to think whatever happened was good, but nevertheless. Whereas those who work from their hearts constantly sing songs of contentment. They sing songs of contentment from their hearts, not just songs of contentment in words. True lovers experience all relationships with their hearts according to the time. Second sign, a true lover would always have the happiness of attainment in every situation and in every action. One is the experience and the other is the attainment from that. Some have the experience, yes, he is my father and also my bridegroom and child, but I am not able to have as much attainment as I want. He is the father, but there isn't the happiness of attainment of the inheritance, as well as that experience, let there also be the experience of the attainment through having all relationships. For instance, in the relationship of the father, let there always be the experience of the attainment of the inheritance. Let there be the feeling of fullness through the Sadguru. Let there constantly be the experience of a complete and perfect stage and a perfect form through blessings. So, the experience of attainment is also essential. One is the experience of relationships and the other is the experience of attainments. Some don't experience all attainments. You are master, almighty authorities, but there isn't the attainment of powers at the right time. If there isn't the experience of attainment, then there is also some lack of attainment. So, as well as experience, you also need to become an embodiment of attainment. This is a sign of a true lover. Third sign, the lovers who have the experience and also the attainment through that relationship are always satisfied. They never feel themselves to be souls who are lacking anything in any situation. So, satisfaction is the speciality of these lovers, that there is attainment. There is definitely satisfaction. If you are not satisfied, something is definitely lacking in your attainment, and where there is no attainment, something is also missing when it comes to experiencing all relationships. So, the three signs are experience, attainment, and satisfaction. A constantly satisfied soul, whatever the time, atmosphere, facilities for doing service, companions in the gathering of service, in every situation and in every activity, you must always remain satisfied. You are such a true lover, are you not? A satisfied soul will never have any limited desires. If you look, there is a minority of satisfied souls. In one situation or other, there is some hunger for respect or fame. Someone who is hungry can never be satisfied. Those whose stomachs are always full remain satisfied. So, just as the body is hungry for food, similarly, the mind is hungry for name, fame, salvation, and facilities. It is hunger of the mind. So, just as those who are physically satisfied will always be content, in the same way, those whose minds are satisfied will remain constantly content. Contentment is a sign of satisfaction. If a soul is not satisfied but is hungry physically or mentally, then no matter how much he receives, even though he may receive a great deal because of not being satisfied, he would always be dissatisfied. There would be discontentment. Those who are royal are satisfied with just a little. The sign of a royal soul is that they will constantly be full. They would be satisfied with even one chapati or with 36 varieties of food. However, those who are dissatisfied will not be satisfied even if you give them 36 varieties of food, because their hunger is in their minds. The sign of the true lover is that he is constantly satisfied. So check all three signs. Always think about those lovers you are. Always think about whose lovers you are. You are the lovers of the beloved who is always perfect. So never let go of contentment. You may let go of service, but do not let go of your contentment. Any service that makes you discontent is not service. Service means service that gives you nourishing fruit. So, a true lover is one who is beyond all limited desires, one who is constantly full and equal. Today, Baba is telling you stories of the lovers. You also play many mischievous games. Seeing those the beloved just smiles. You may play your mischievous games, but you have to understand that the beloved is the beloved and play those games in front of him, not in front of others. You play the mischievous games of the different types of limited nature and sanskars. It is when it comes to my nature, my sanskars, that you begin to play those mischievous games. The Father's nature has to be my nature. My nature cannot be different from the Father's nature. That is Maya's nature, a nature that belongs to someone else. How can you say that that is your nature? Maya is foreign. She doesn't belong to you. The Father belongs to you. My nature means the Father's nature. It is wrong to say Maya's nature is your nature. The word my puts you in a spin. The lovers also show these mischievous games to the beloved. Whatever is the Father's is mine. In every situation, even on the path of devotion, it is said, whatever I have is yours, nothing is mine. However, it is whatever is yours is mine. Whatever is the Father's thought is my thought. In playing your parts in doing service, the Father's nature and sanskars are young. What will happen through that? Any limited mind will become yours. Whatever is yours is mine, and I don't have anything separate. Whatever is different from the Father's is not mine. That is the spin of Maya. Therefore, leave those limited mischievous games and maintain the spiritual pride. I am yours and you are mine. You may play the spiritual mischievous games of the experience of different relationships, but don't play the other kind. You can also play spiritual mischievous games in fulfilling a relationship. The mischievous games of love are good. Sometimes experience the loving mischievous games with the relationship of the friend. Those are then not mischievous games but uniqueness. Loving mischievous games are lovely just as little children's mischief is loved by all because they are lovely and pure. Children have cleanliness and purity, whereas when a mature person plays mischievous games, it is considered to be bad. If you must, you may play mischievous games filled with purity and love in different relationships with the Father. The constant hand and company is the sign of the true lover and beloved. Never let the company and hand become separated. Always have the company in your intellect and let there always be the Father's hand of cooperation in every task. The symbol used to portray mutual cooperation is one hand in another. So, always to be cooperative with the Father is always to remain hand in hand with the Father and always to keep Him in your intellect. The love of the mind and the company of the intellect. To stay in this stage means to stay in the pose of a true lover and beloved. Do you understand? The promise you made was that you will always stay with him. You didn't promise that you would only stay with him sometimes. If the attachment of the mind is sometimes with the beloved but not at other times, then that is not constant company, is it? Therefore, maintain the position of true lover. Let there be the beloved in your vision, in your attitude, and let him be your world. So, this is the happy gathering of the lovers and the beloved. It is a garden and also the shore of the ocean. This is such a wonderful and private beach that you remain private in the midst of thousands. Means beach in Hindi means middle. Each one of you experiences personal love with the beloved. For each one to have a feeling of personal love, that is being a wonderful beloved and lover. He just the one beloved, but he belongs to all. Each one has a greater right than everyone else. Each one has a right. There is no number to your right, but it begins number wise in your claiming those rights. Always be aware that you are walking or sitting in the godly garden, hand in hand, and his company. You are celebrating with pleasure on the spiritual beach by giving him your hand and company. You will then always remain in pleasure and will remain constantly full. Acha, you double foreigners are double lucky. It is good that you have arrived here now. Whatever change takes place in the future is in the drama. However, you are double lucky that you have arrived here according to the time. Acha, to the external lovers who fulfill the responsibilities of love to the spiritual beloved, to those who experience themselves to be full of all attainments, to those who remain satisfied in every stage and in every situation, to those who became full with the treasure of contentment and who make others full, to the true lovers who are constant companions and who constantly give their hand, love, remembrance, and namaste from the heart of the spiritual beloved. The spiritual children says namaste and good morning to the spiritual father. Blessing, may you be an easy server who brings about growth by constantly doing an elevated and new type of service. Explanation: to do godly service through your thoughts is a new and elevated means of doing service. A jeweler checks his jewels every day as to whether they are clean, whether they are sparkling, and are positioned properly. In the same way, in your mind every day at Amrit Vela, cast your vision with your thoughts on souls who come into connection with you. The more you remember them in your thoughts, the more your thoughts will reach them. By adopting this new type of service in this way, you will continue to bring about growth. The subtle power of your easy yoga will automatically attract souls to you. Slogan: merge the game of making excuses and let an attitude of unlimited disinterest emerge. Om Shanti